Hey, I'm Jonah of Doughboy Blades, and today we're going to unbox a mini Beekeeper. Mailer. Poster. One side has the whole lineup of the Beekeeper from micro to sting, and the other side looks like this. It's like a horror-inspired movie poster. We got our box. Inside, we have a cool honey sticker. Then we have a blade care sheet. It tells us what the steel is, how to take care of it, all that stuff. Then we have a little pack with a nuck, some stickers, and our DCC clip. And we have our knife. This particular knife is in orange, the large rock texture for the scales, and it's 52100 acid etched. So now that we have our knife, I'm going to show you how to set up the clip onto the sheath. By the way, these knucks are 3D printed, totally non-metallic. You know, you put it on your keychain, just a little force multiplier, and a fun little worry stone thing to put in your pocket. Okay, separate our stickers. So we have some hardware. We have 2 posts, 2 rubber washers, and 2 bolts. We're going to start with a post. We're going to put that in this hole right here, not the one at not the farthest hole, but the next one up. And then we're going to set our rubber washer over that. Then you can grab your discrete carry concepts clip and put that bottom hole over that. And if you look down, you can see all the holes line up. That's when we can grab our bolt, drop that in there, get it threaded. Don't tighten that down all the way. You want it loose because we're going to do the same thing for the next hole. Put your post in, put your rubber washer on there, rotate your DCC clip over so that your holes line up again. Place your bolt in there, and then get that tightened up. Okay, you still want it a little bit loose because you're going to have a little bit of variability for where you can rotate that clip. I'm going to recommend you start with it basically right over the bolts in the scale. That's going to be a good starting point, and then you can adjust from there depending on how you're carrying it. Okay, go ahead and tighten those down. If you want to put Loctite on there, I recommend probably not at first, trying what position that clip works for you, position of that clip works for you. And then after a little while, once you're confident that that's where you want the clip, then you can put a little dab of Loctite on each of those bolts, put them back in so they don't move on you. Now that your clip's installed, I'm going to show you some tips and tricks for using these discrete carry concepts clips. Discrete carry concept clips. It's a mouthful. DCC clips. The reason I use these is because they're my favorite clip. They're made in the US, the guys over there are super rad, but most importantly, the product is superior. I've tried all the other clips out on the market. This one is by far my favorite. It's low profile, it works really well, and there's a little bit of a learning curve because it is a strong clip, but once you get over that learning curve, they're very user-friendly. So I have one in my pocket right now. When you put it in your pocket, pull up slightly, and then once it's in place, just let go. To remove it, pull up, down, out, and then up. That's gonna basically disengage that little grabber and then smooth out your clothes as you pull it up, keeping that little grabber disengaged. So again, it's on all the way. It's grabbing a handful of that pocket. You can see it's really on there. Like you would have to really, you're not getting that sheath out. So I'm going to pull on that tab. I'm going to pull out, down, out, and up. So when you actually get the hang of it, it gets a lot smoother. So you know, don't worry if it feels super weird at first. It's actually not that bad. So, but a good tip is like as you put that clip on, pull out on it so you're not, because otherwise it can if you just were to like push down, it's gonna grab a lot of clothes. You know, it's gonna grab a whole handful of those clothes. Sometimes it can be a little bit harder. It's just easier on your clothes too if you pull out on that clip as you're going into your pocket. But anyways, give it a try. It can be tough at first. Don't get discouraged. Also, if you want to keep your pockets nice and your sheath is a little tight, you can thumb that sheath off, then pull it out of your pocket. So that's one way. If you're just like opening a box, thumb that sheath off so you're not ripping up your pants. Like that's the biggest complaint that I've seen for these clips online is like they tear up your pants pockets. I don't think I've worn through a single pair of pants, and I exclusively use these clips. So I don't know what people are doing. So it's but yeah, if I am gonna tend towards a product that holds on to my clothes rather than treats my clothes nice, but maybe comes with the sheath. Like if I pull on that knife, I want just the knife, no matter what. So, if I have to sacrifice some, longevity of my pants, I'm gonna take that trade-off, because in a disaster situation and I pull that knife out and the sheath comes with it, that's a huge deal. It's just like same thing with holsters. Like when you go to pull your gun out of a holster, if that holster comes with it, that's like, thanks for watching the video. Consider liking and subscribing if you got any value from this content, and let me know what you would like me to make a video on next.